What is up, guys? Oh, let me reduce my sound. Give me a second. So guess what I figured out when I was off stream? That I'm dumb sometimes, right? I actually decided to look at leeches and I forgot a certain thing that leeches does, where like if there's quite a number of boards, they split the rounds into like different tables, if you can understand that. And that's what was happening in the Olympiad, and for some dumb reason I forgot about that whole thing. Which is why like round 2 and round 3 I did start with round 2 but I couldn't find them. Round 3 to the exact same thing, and I was like, nah, there's no way they don't have boards for everyone. Like they don't have DGT boards for everyone. So I was like, let me look into it, maybe there's something I'm missing. Again, it wasn't a big thing, I just guess I was too dumb sometimes. You just basically have to click here, right? And I was always on 1 to 10, and the reason this didn't really click to me is because I was thinking mostly it's like this is where you find the like maybe open, women's, blitz, rapid. So I wasn't looking at this as, I was looking at this as like different sections, right? I didn't think about it as different groups. So that was how my mistake. Anyway, the games are started. Let's see. FIDE is getting so much lucky games. He played against Anand, and now he's playing against Alexei Shirov. This guy is really playing that, like, look, he might be losing, but he's playing the game. He's playing the games of his life, to be frank with you. Okay, so we have a French, right? Advanced French, I guess. Yeah, because that's how it looks like to me. Yeah, let's see how he does it. We'll be jumping from game to game, but we are just focusing on the team mother continent, in case you're wondering. That's where all our focus is gonna be. Once again, sorry for not streaming the other rounds because I was so dumb to not figure it out. But yeah, let's go. Give me a second. As always, I have to set this up. Welcome. We are still in this opening, is everybody. Oh boy. Okay, now I'm back. My AirPods are missing, so I have to use my ears. Okay, this is strange. This not often, but the whole point of this line is to come in this way. Maybe because you figure coming this way may not help you, so there's one way you can kind of develop your knight. You could argue that this is also the direction, but may not be the right way you want to go because of this. But yeah, these are considerations. I was actually going to mention something here, but it happened. Yeah, I was going to talk about like taking here and how that knight jumps in here and everything, but anyway, that's fine. Yeah, so like we said, the knight comes in here, nice holding this square. Castles, and then the game takes its form. We haven't seen, oh damn, he's not playing. Telecom has been having a bad tournament. He didn't win when everybody won, but yeah, that's fine. At least a bad start to the tournament. There's a point to come in here. So that'll be very funny. You do stop the knight and the bishop from coming in here with these guys, but maybe you have wanted to do it this way. So that's a very big weakness in White's position. It's this d4 pawn. Right, if he can deal with a d4 pawn, he's much more safe. Sorry for the code again. Let's go to Quick Pen because I haven't seen her game since we started. What does she play? She goes for an English Catalan? Okay, that's just an English. We didn't get to the Catalan lines. Okay. Kind of like a Stonewall English here. I mean, F4 seems to be like the idea you'd want to go for here. Simply because you close the position and already you have contact with your opponent's fianchetto's pawn structure. So it's easier to break it and then focus on attacking. Does it mean that black is winning in any way, shape, or form? No, that's not what it means. But basically, I would go for this instead of trading here because I like what it does to my opponent. I mean, you might not want to do it because it seems like we are losing a pawn, but I think opening up the position is quite crucial. The opening of the position is what I'm speaking about. It doesn't look safe and all that, but your opponent cannot really create threats at this point. So that's kind of like what I'm looking at. Oh, it doesn't seem. So it's a very tough decision. If you're not tough, but if you, it depends on what you want to go with, right? This is the more aggressive option. This is okay. I think regardless of how your opponent captures, we end up with this. And some people like go with queen and stuff. So, I don't know. I think pawn push is actually what you want to do here. I do think pawn push is what you want to do here. It's like I'm supporting black. I keep forgetting that his quick pen is actually white here. Banele, how's he doing? Okay, we can simply play this move, but we have to get ready for stuff like this. Yeah, here. Sicilian, no, a knight off. Okay. Back to feet. So wait, what happened? Knight jumps in. We saw this. We saw the bishop in there, and he plays f6. Interesting. He decides to take. Yeah, because okay. So how do we continue here? Frankly, I was looking at like some idea with bishop here, transferring the knight maybe here and getting the queen into the position. That seems to be like a slow developing plan. I don't know if that even works. It doesn't seem to make much sense. This pawn could become like a weakness in the future, and at the same time, there's also this possibility of playing like d5, e5. Yeah, and I think that's something you could even plan now. So maybe something like this is something you should think about, because pawn push is something you may not want to allow, right? And the reason why I want to play this so that I can play take here, and if take here, now you have this loose square. Sorry about my hold again. So this could actually slow down this whole idea. But we have b4. Same idea, b4 has the same idea, because pawn push, it's again the same thing. You want to sack this guy. So takes, you don't take with the knight first, you can go in this way. Pawn push, takes, you're upsetting the bishop, he has to respond in one way or the other. Okay, actually it's not the same, yeah. Not the same. Not the same. I thought it was the same, it's not. I do think the idea has to do with kicking the knight, but maybe he has something else planned. Maybe. These are plausible lines. So he's possibly thinking, should I play pawn push or no? Okay, bishop here kind of supports this idea, because now if you kick away the knight, the bishop has replaced the knight in that position, which is kind of like why I was advocating for bishop, because now you bring the rook in. Right, it's not so easy to add another defender here. Actually, wait, you can play bishop here, and that does add a defender. But I mean, this is very solid, right? Regardless of what white does, this is very solid. Like, it's very solid. It's very, just putting some moves here, right? But if you have to move the queen, then it's probably a problem. But the point is this, right? And what the point I'm trying to make here is that it's very easy for black to put defenders to this idea than as compared to like white. Oh wait, he didn't. He played pawn push and then went this way. Oh, come on, the ball is going too fast. Let's go back. Takes. What's the point? I know there's like a5 here. Yes, another pawn is hanging. That's the problem now. So why did he go for this idea? Like, what did he see? I don't know what he saw. I don't know if it was a whole transfer of the knight here that he was looking for. That doesn't make much sense. It might just be fine as well. How about like just queen here? Allow the bishop to take. Takes. I don't know. I don't see it. I'm trying to analyze very fast. It does say knight d3. Knight d3 is one of them. Rook b1 is also one of them. Oh, I think I see rook b1. Right? No, I'm not seeing it well. I was looking at this. And the fact that like if you play knight takes, I do have like rook takes or something. Or bishop takes, right? That's kind of like what I was looking at. I don't know. Let's see Wanyama Harold. How's he doing as well? Queen's Gambit decline. He goes this way. Interesting. We still have the Carlsbad structure. Same ideas apply. Okay. We have an aggressive guy here. So it's obvious that if white wants to be safe, he has to castle here. Black can also castle queen side, but I don't know, it doesn't look so safe for him, in my opinion. Like to castle queen side doesn't look safe. Can we just preempt it by going like h? Normally when I do these preemptive moves, then my opponent is gonna castle on this side, and then even though they do castle, it kind of looks down on these preemptive moves. I've never understood why, but it's something I've noticed. Like a5, a4. Like a5, and the point if your opponent castles, you go a4, and now you are threatening something here to weaken the opponent's structure. Figuring out the plan here. I look at this briefly as a means of like stopping this, because like if you go here and your opponent castles this, but then I'm trying to find out like, is there a way we can take advantage of this? And I'm not figuring it out. I don't see anything there. It's not making any sense. Still doesn't make any sense, right? Nothing's making sense there. Now I saw this move and I wasn't so sure. I looked at it very briefly and I wasn't so sure about it. And it was in line with an idea I don't think it supports, Again, I was looking at something along the lines of getting the knight here to deal with these two guys, but it doesn't work. I look at this, but then of course your opponent just locks up the position and that's about it. Maybe you have to take here. I don't know. I briefly looked at c5, but I wasn't so sure. He does castle queenside. You can decide to take here. Your opponent, I won't say your opponent has no choice, but if he wants to capture back, he would have to capture back this way. And this does enable you to open lines up. But then what that means is that you're conceding to not castle queenside. Or you could castle queenside, but then you're going to spend some time. You can't even castle queenside. This is not safe. Right? So you might have to relegate yourself to the back rank or to castle kingside and then allow yourself to get attacked. So taking here, I don't know how good of a move that would be. I mean, you could also go like takes. There's no trick here that your opponent can play. But I don't think you would want to. If there were more pawns here, I would have been okay with the king here. But it's two things. Either he's going to go this way. Go bishop back. Maybe like play this and then try something along these lines. It's possible. These are the moves I think he would try out. He does go rook c8, so his plan is actually to take. Now that his opponent has moved, he might switch his idea here. Because now, again, this is not checkmate, but something you can do. And I don't know. Oh, this does. I thought we had this idea with knight takes pawn push, right? So that doesn't work. King b1. You might still just want to take. You might still just want to take here. I've been on fee for a while. Wait, this is one Yamaha rod. I thought I was on fee still. Okay, so what happened? He didn't take. Okay. Instead, what did we get? Ah, he really... Okay, I mentioned this and I was thinking he was coming in this way. Okay. Pawn push and then he prevents him from coming there. But this would be a nice square to go to. Okay, puts a threat here, but not really. He's not really threatening, but at least he stops the pushing of the... No, actually he doesn't. I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay. And now we get this whole idea with a4. Knight would love to come here, but they can't. This move no longer exists. At least for the time being, doesn't exist. So what does white do? What does black do? Trading off, I think, may not be helpful. Because you help your opponent become active. Oh, okay, but maybe you can just continue to trade off. And the game is just entering like a drawish territory. He goes this way. Okay, that's... I don't know how I did not look at that. That's... Yes, yeah. I mean, you can do this. I don't think it's correct, but you can do this. I think you can play... I think playing the bishop here is actually quite possible. And I think the knight is dangerous. This bishop is not doing anything, which is the reason why I want to like just trade these guys off. But this guy's not doing anything. At least at the moment, it's not doing anything. This knight might be very scary if you allow it to encroach more in your position. So this move creates like, I want to take it. Okay, I'm not looking at it that deeply, but okay. He does play it, yeah. I was looking at this, but I realized that this is not that strong of a move. Possible you can just go rook takes. And the other move is this. This is the only move that you can make that doesn't really mess up much of your position. It's like a very good waiting move, if I should put it in that sense. Allow your opponent to capture it, because I don't think you want to save this guy. Oh, no, quick pen lost. We'll take a look at that game. Okay, where did we stop? Okay, so we got this castles, rook, king comes in, queen goes in this way. We did mention an idea with this. That was after pawn for short takes. Knight jumps in eventually. Bishop goes back. You want to keep the bishop, it helps in your attack. Though I don't know why he didn't. I know why he didn't capture immediately. This is looking good for white. I think white is just fine here. If not better, pawn push is a problem for you. You can't castle. Your king is stuck in a place where it shouldn't be. So unless you are the one calling the shots with like moves like pawn push, takes, like until black starts calling the shots, white is just like in a comfortable position. Samir, how you doing? After almost beating then f4 in this. There's a same-ish, right? In the King's Indian defense. I think it's called a 4-point attack. I really don't know the names. Yeah, you can not just play bishop takes. Like, can't you still just take? Because I can play takes here and I'm aiming to take this one and spoil your chances to castle queens, right? Like, I don't see. Isn't it just good for black? It's slightly better. I think it's just better for black. Vanille, how you doing? Okay. Okay. Queenless middle game. Okay. Nothing much has happened in this game. Sometimes these kind of positions scare me for black. I mean, he also has his potential to attack. Though I think it'd be harder for black to attack here. Let's go back to FIDE. Why? He's waiting? Why? Okay, you could say he's targeting here. But earlier in the position, I was wondering, like, if he couldn't make any move, because you would want to wait for your opponent to capture your piece, right? I was thinking, rather than waiting, is there like an active move you could make? And I was thinking that all the squares here don't make much sense. But then he does something very interesting here, in that after the queen move, then he plays his rook in. I did not look at that. Yeah, I think that, yeah. Wait, what? Ah, is this all? No, it doesn't seem like it. But okay. Interesting. Yeah, when you see something like this, you know that white's at a disadvantage already, right? Your opponent is contesting you for the foul, and you can't contest your opponent for the foul. You have an instant back rank problem. Yeah, you don't want this. Black is definitely better here. Black is definitely better here. So king f1, f3. I think you just take here. Pawn push is not a good move. You just take. If your opponent takes, you might the bar structure might not help you. A slight intermezzo move. This kind of makes like if you play king up here, then this happens. You could also play this move as well. But then if takes and then you take, this is also the problem. So this is a very like good bind. Like this is not good for white in any way, shape, or form. Again, taking here too, you just take here. So I think the best idea is this. And after takes, you just play takes. Then that means that now you have like 3 pawn islands, but you're completely fine. That's what I think. No, not Harold. Is that Harold? Yeah, Harold. Yeah, so the move we mentioned is now coming into play. What this means is that white has started launching its attack. And nothing came out of this one, right? Because now after takes, it's not the way we would have wanted it to go. Actually, wait. After pawn push what? After pawn push what? Could be. Could be. I was wondering, like, is there a way we could ignore it and then continue with our plan with like takes and then maybe like bishop here? Knight here I don't like because simply like the moment you come in here, this takes is what your opponent wants. Hey, thanks for the subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's be on chess. Yeah. Now the king becomes too exposed. And especially with whatever is about to happen here, you don't want to see this. You just don't want to see this. Yeah, it's looking dicey. He does go takes, and this is basically what I'm looking at. Yes, you remove these. This is where I think the problem lies. Maybe this works. I don't know. Again, I still don't think this is an idea you should go for, right? Look, I actually forgot this. Yeah, now this happens. Yeah, so I don't think it's an idea you should go for. Oh boy, what's this cold? Maybe here. Or just taking immediately. Wouldn't it be nice if this move comes in with this and then you win? So whose move is it? Is Leb's move. Let me see. Okay, so we did get this exactly. And these are gonna be a problem. If I don't know how we can get this as a draw, but maybe if we can trade off the rooks and it's knight versus bishop, and nah. Knight versus bishop here may not be even good for favorable for white. Do we just go g5? King comes in, that's also better. Now here the rook may probably go down and come in this way. But it went very difficult to defend everything, right? You can't defend this guy. Okay, the other way is to go down to prevent him from going there, but again, this will be good for white. Goes f4, trying to hold down the pawns here, but then just g5, and even after takes, I think black is okay, right? The king is getting closer. These guys are going to be weak. Okay. Yeah, like I said. And you have to take here. And the point is the king is getting closer. Granted, you have like these checks and all that, but I mean, it's just bad for white at this point. So I'm guessing he wants to do something along the lines of this, but I don't know if it'll work again. I don't know if it'll work in the end. I don't think something you can ignore, right? Like a move like this doesn't help you. Actually, maybe. Now your opponent can just play pawn push. I was thinking that maybe you could force your opponent to come in here, then you just slide this way, and then take. But then there's so much your opponent can do. I don't think you'd want to allow that. It's over. This is the game with the most fire. What did he do? He decided to trade off. Wait, is that what happened? After takes, he goes back. Doesn't take with the bishop. Okay. Targeting this guy, but then he captures. The opponent captures. Then he jumps back, attacking the queen. Not really a checkmate threat. If you lose this guy, if black loses this guy, I think that's the end of everything. Yeah, there's nothing for black here. I think white is just dominating. I don't see how black can make a difference in this position. Let's see. Yeah, black has nothing. I mean, look at there. Look at this. It's over. There's nothing to do here. There's nothing to do. That's the problem with these kinds of attacks, you know. I, for one, sometimes have like principles that I try and follow, because every single time I try and play outside of those principles, it kind of hurts me. And my point is, when I'm weak on one side of the board, again, it's not if push comes to shove, I won't follow these principles. But the point is, if I'm weak on one side of the board and my opponent is going to castle to the opposite side of the board, I won't start an attack on that side of the board. I'm rather just going to like castle, right? I did mention this whole idea of queen comes in here and pawn push, but as a principle, based on the like games I've had, that's kind of like it's like the principle of I'll take your first sacrifice, but I'll take your second, you know, that kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, you're already weak here, and you can't, since you can't castle on either side, you are just going to be stuck in the center, and you can see how bad this center is currently for black. So going for these ideas may not suffice. That's kind of like why I looked at them but I didn't play them, or I didn't mention them. I even feel like here he should have gone for takes, because I get why he wouldn't take, because this like opens a direct line. Yeah, I think that's just about it. You don't even go think about it from there. But pump, then maybe you should have gone for pawn push. Again, the problem with pawn push is that you lock up the pawn structure, and if you lock up the pawn structure, it's going to be very difficult to continue. Which why, like, I was thinking that maybe after this here, then we go f5, b5. We give our opponent like a bit of respite, but then we are coming up strongly. Right here, I was thinking pawn push here or something like that. Maybe here you can even take bishop takes. Give your opponent a chance to like get something, and then go straight for this. I don't know how the opponent is going to continue the attack here, but I think we now have something to make our opponent think, right? And it comes with a double tempo, right? One, you have to respond with your knight, and then two, you have to respond with your queen. That's kind of like what I was thinking. I don't think it's correct 100%. I don't know if it's like 100% winning or anything, but it's something I'm thinking about. Wait, what? What? This one doesn't make sense. How do you rectify this? That's just a lost piece. Yeah, he gave up. Yeah, he resigned. Yeah, that's just a blunder. Damn. Like, look at this. Can't figure out the way out. Like, black is forcing an attack, but it seems like white is folding. So how exactly does black break through? Looking at this, I don't think it works. Now I'm looking at this. The reason I'm looking at this is because I don't want the trade when this guy can add the defense. Wait, what? He captures with this. Okay. This. Oh, that's crazy. You have to block with your queen or with your rook. And that allows this guy to come in. Still, that doesn't make any sense. It's like white is bouncing back, right? Because I'm threatening to take here. Check here, but you can come in here, but then you're still losing this guy, right? Yeah, but just come in here. How would you block with the bishop? What's wrong with coming here? Ah, queen takes. What am I? No, the queen takes doesn't work. Pawn takes, king takes. King takes, I think it's fine. No, king takes is not. So pawn takes. Pawn takes allows this, and you lose your. Oh my goodness. So king takes. I don't know. I'm still holding on. I feel like white is recovering. Or I'm just dreaming the position, but I feel like white is recovering here. I don't know. But he went for that. What am I missing? Right, if you play king takes, I know the queen comes in with check. Is it still like a checkmate in that line? Can't you? Ah, queen check. Yeah, but then you go back. Queen takes, queen comes in. Queen goes here, queen comes in. Oh, just rook. Why am I saying queen? Yeah. Okay, so it didn't work. That was like a crazy line to see from afar. But at the point I was thinking, oh wait, he just solves his problem. Because after this move, I was like, yeah, white is gonna solve his problems. Then he plays this move and I'm like, why would you, you know? Yeah, that's about it. He loses. Last game, Banelli. They are around 2 games, they actually won everything, so it's not like they are doing completely bad. This is a difficult position. Material is almost equal. If he takes his material is even. I was looking at if this happens, whether it's fine. Again, you don't want to take this immediately because you lose this. Blocking with a knight does not make much sense. You can go here or here, but I think here is better. I don't know about that square because you get checked. This is why I hate the knights, you know. Wait, he's trapped. The knight is trapped. If it takes here, you know the usual bishop knight trap. If the knight takes, it's trapped, so he's going to go this way. With check here. But if we go here, we just have bishop here. There's no threat. And the funny continuation is to come in here with check, right? It's gonna be interesting. Wait, FIDE game? I think it's over, right? I thought it was over. Wait, FIDE is playing as white. Oh boy. What do you... Okay, attack the bishop. Knight comes in here with check. Does it so? FIDE. Check. I'm actually forgetting that this guy is doing hanging. Now the games are not going on. How do you get here? Okay, you went bishop back, allowing check, but that allows the king to come in and fall, right? Becoming something like this. This is the problem, right? Oh wait, that's not a problem. Ah, it is. Yeah, it is. I was thinking that you had this, but you don't. Maybe this is good. Maybe this is good. Yeah. It's looking dicey. This helps you get the pawn instantly. This might present defensive option. I think he's gonna play the check moves. The forcing moves are always what we look out for. Is there like some this? Wait, what happened? Oh, we got my line. Rook check, takes, knight jumps in. Remember, it's threatening this position. Now you can play this move. Or maybe we could start with this. I don't know. Trying to figure things out. Oh, he did go knight d5. Interesting. Oh wait, okay, we already saw that, yeah. So bishop to e6, right? Look at that. I looked at this and I was like, is he really sure? After rook check, king goes down, then you play what? But it feels like everything is defended, right? It looks like after this, everything is defended. I don't know how. Right? Okay, wait, I'm wrong. Wait. Yeah. Oh, it takes. Okay. It's calculated. I think maybe that would have been wrong, but I think it's correct, yeah. Knight takes, yeah. Banana is winning. Wait, am I going to get happy? We have another check move if we want. Check with the rook if we want. Check with the rook wherever the king moves. We went there, right? I was thinking he would come here. And then we have like a discovered attack if the king goes to a light square. Give me a second. What happened? What happened? Okay. Still have knights to the others. Okay, it's winner. This provides a defensive position. But wait, why does he allow that? Okay, I don't know. King comes in, then he attacks it. I think he's taunting bishop takes. I think he wants his opponent to play bishop takes because I think that's just checkmate, right? This is just checkmate, right? If bishop takes, this is just checkmate. So can we just go? No, we can't go back. Okay. I think here, then you come in here, check. This is the last square. Check here. He's distracting the bishop. He's deflecting the bishop, sorry. Check, no. There's a lot happening. I can't figure it out so fast. These guys are very good. I can't figure out their moves. Is he going to go this way? Yeah, if you do this, you remove the rook from here and then you have this move. So maybe you could try this move. Because your opponent can stay on these squares. He has to move somewhere else, and possibly this is the only square he can move to. This gives you the chance to play takes here, and at the same time you have this idea coming in. That could be it. He took. I mean, I think he can. Pande! Munashi, what's up? Oh wait, that's check and then you win the rook. Oh. Uh-oh. Banele wins. Wait, what? Am I dreaming? Was that not just the move? Was I dreaming? Yeah, knight c4 was the move. I mean, he's still winning, but yeah. Okay, now if you can sack this guy. I think that's what he's looking for. Yeah, check. You have to play rook takes, bishop takes, and then that's about it. No other move exists. There's no other move. You just have to play this and then this. His opponent might resign here. But Nelly kicking the IM. Nice. Yay! Royals! How you doing? Royals! How are you doing? What's up, my brother? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good to see you. Oh my goodness, you have no idea how I'm seeing. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Is the FIDE World Rapid and Blitz Chess Championships? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Hey, I know how busy you are, so just dropping by. I mean that's big ups. Much respect. I think his opponent has resigned. I don't think it goes beyond that. I think he's just resigned. Oh, that's so crazy. It's good to see you. It's really good to see you. Yeah, there's nothing you can do here. Takes. You can't win this guy. You can't win this guy. I mean, you can't also like just. Oh, come on. You came in just to say this. We all know that the only opening that wins is the London system. I mean, it's a well-established fact on this channel that the London system wins every single game. Yeah, so that's cool. At least we had a single result. I think they've done quite well in this tournament. I think they've done quite well in this tournament against all the names that we've seen, because round one was crazy. Like almost beating Samuel Sevian, 2600 rated player, Samir. I mean, that was crazy. Nev just got to him and it didn't work out so much. But let's look at the individual players and figure out like how they are. I wish it would allow me to just search their names. Okay, yeah, I think it does. It does let me do that. So let's just click random. Oh, I can just do teams, right? Teams. Team Mother Continent. Where's Mother Continent? Yeah. So let's see how they've done so far. Okay, so P has 2 losses. Harold, he beats Ashvin. Okay. Samir drew. Why is it only showing this? Because I knew he drew. Samir drew Samuel Sevian. He beats Go and then Shababalov. But Nelly has no, I don't think it's not showing all their games, unfortunately. Quick pen, she won 1. 42 rating points, that's crazy points to lose. So let's check this. Hey, no problem, Royals. I understand. It's always good to see you. I went to chess.com, sorry. I meant to go to chess results. Oh, come on. What do you mean the site is down? I'm having a good day, Shogun. Good to have you with us as well. Isn't chess results, results.net? Always good to see you guys. Always good to see you guys. I didn't say .net. We are basically just looking at the games from. Oh boy. Yep. Maybe there's a lot of traffic there. Let's go back to Lichess. It's not showing all the games that they played, even though like it's been 4 rounds. What a PC. But hey, thank you guys for being around. Wait, what happened? As always, I focus on African content. So if that's what you're interested in seeing, what's happening in Africa, chess, this is the place you hop onto. So if you've enjoyed today's stream, we streamed round 1 and round 4. If you did enjoy today's stream, you can always follow if you're on Twitch, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and I really do appreciate that. We want to get to 1,000 subs on YouTube this year, so we'll be so happy to see that. Give me a second. Yeah, so I'll be ending streams. I just wanted to see like what the performance was from Team Mother Continent, but it's not showing all their games. It's just showing like 2 rounds, when majority of them have played at least 3 matches. So that's kind of like what I'm kind of trying to figure out. Boy. Okay. Not showing it. Not showing it. Not showing the gate. But thank you guys so much for being around. I do appreciate you. I will be around tomorrow same time. What time is the next round beginning? In 18 hours. So in 18 hours, guys, I will be with you again. I started around 1 today. We might start around the same time tomorrow. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you.